Hello and welcome to another installment of the 546 Project Video Food Box. And another time with Papa John's. This is actually being recorded the same day as I did the double cheeseburger pizza. So if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and take a look at that one. But this is a new item for Papa John's. They haven't had sandwiches before, and they just brought these out not too long ago. This particular one is the Philly cheesesteak one. They have a barbecue chicken one, they have a buffalo chicken one, they have a meatball one, and they have an Italian hero. Decided to go with the Philly cheesesteak just to see what they have. And as far as the aesthetics is, the bread looks pretty good, honestly, just at first glance. As far as the actual sandwich itself, it's about the same size as a Domino's one, and I guess we're going to kind of compare this to the Domino's, because Domino's, we know, has sandwiches, and they also have a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, which isn't bad. But see if Papa John's stacks up to theirs. This particular sandwich is $6. If you get two, they have a deal. Yeah, I believe it's $6. It could be $7 wherever you are, but there's a deal where you can get two for $12, depending on where you are again. But not bad looking sandwich. This one has onions and peppers, and it has the cheese just melted on there and the Philly steak. So I've never had the Philly cheesesteak at Papa John's. I've had the cheesesteak pizza, and I think I had the sandwich at Domino's before, and they were both actually pretty decent. So there's a nice shot of the peppers and onions. It looks like they put a decent amount of toppings on there, as well as the steak, but the issue comes to where this is a sandwich that has a lot of bread, as opposed to maybe the meat. But let's go ahead and smell this. Smells like a Philly cheesesteak. I mean, I don't know why I smell things all the time, but just to see if anything's wrong with it. But let's go ahead and give this a bite. Well, the first thing I can say about this sandwich is the toppings are pronounced. I mean, you can taste the onions and the peppers. The meat, I don't know if I didn't get a good enough bite, but it doesn't seem like the meat really stood out. It's a Philly cheesesteak Philly cheesesteak sandwich, and it doesn't really have the meat. Kind of, it's in there, you see it, but the bread also kind of overpowers it, and I thought the bread would be a help, but it's kind of a hindrance at this point. And I don't know if melding the cheese like this is the best thing for a Philly cheesesteak. Maybe better, like, as far as maybe a sauce, but I know that's what Domino's kind of does, and theirs is different from this one. I wish they would have cut this too. I don't know why they didn't cut theirs, and you just have to eat it like a big hoagie or whatever. But let me give it another bite, just to see if I'm a little mistaken on my first impression. Maybe if I go into a little bit more, I'll taste a lot more meat than at the end, but still not. I mean, I tasted a little bit more meat that time. Peppers and onions stood out. So, I mean, it's good that they have a nice amount of peppers and onions on there. I personally like peppers, onions, and mushrooms on my cheesesteak, but I think the bread stands out a lot with this. It's a good bread, don't get me wrong, but it's also that bread that's kind of a little bit hard at the top, so it kind of cuts the roof of your mouth, or it may, depending on who you are. But as far as the sandwich as a whole, you can give it a try. I don't know how you'll like it. I think this this actual particular sandwich doesn't benefit from a sauce so much, and it's supposed to have, I think, if I remember correctly, this is supposed to have like ranch dressing for some reason. I don't know why. I don't really taste ranch dressing, so maybe this particular Papa John's kind of missed the boat on that. But it's a little bit dry, honestly. I don't know about the other sandwiches, if they're any better, but as far as this particular sandwich from Papa John's, it's kind of in the middle. It's average, maybe even, it honestly could be a little bit worse than Domino's. So that's not really saying much. So if you want to follow many of our other videos on this channel, just click on the 546 Project link there, and you'll see our other reviews. And if you want to follow us on Facebook, it's the 546 Project. Just do a search and you'll find us. And on Twitter, it's the _546 project. And our podcast you can find on iTunes and Google Play Music. Just search for the 546 Project there. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.